Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel, welcome to Knowles Tarot, and welcome to the reading. Tonight or today, whatever time it is for you guys, we're going to be asking Spirit, what's the vibe? This is going to be like a late night tarot, but it looks like I'm out here a little bit earlier than the late night, so it's like a mid to late night. Is it dusk or is it dawn? I think it's dusk. Something like that, but it's what's the vibe. It's going to be basically a 6-card spread. What's the vibe has to deal with like the present, so what's going on with you currently, not really looking at the past, not looking at the future too much, we're just looking at you currently, overall vibe for you. Hopefully you can hear me over this scarf. But yeah, we're going to be looking at that with the Prism Oracle, which I've got down here. If I pull the cards, they're all going to fall. So pretend like you can see them. The Prism Oracle. And for any new people, I'm so sorry. Let me go ahead and try to pull it up. The cards are going to fall, but it's okay. Prism Oracle. And then we got Sadness at the bottom. We're going to clear that, babe. Sadness, whatever that's about. And then we're going to be looking at that, clarifying with the Light Seers Tarot, which I've had a card missing out of the deck for a while. I didn't realize. Oh, we got the Sun, number 19, which I'm filming this on the 19th, which is funny. And that energy's been flying around the number 19, so very cool. So looking at that spread with those decks, we'll do one pull from the Lenormand as well before we get into the full spread. But yeah, let's see. Other than that, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate your continuous support. It means the most to me. Thank you so much. My heart is very happy. Love you guys so much. For any new people, thank you so much for being here. Hope you stay. Hope you enjoy. Hope it helps. For any returning visitors, what's up? What's good? Wagwan. How you doing? I see you guys brought the food for the potluck. Thank you so much for signing up. Make sure you place it on the back table and everyone take a seat and enjoy the food. I don't know where that example comes from. Maybe someone's hungry. I am a little bit teensy bit. Either ways, we'll get into your spread. I'll timestamp that just in case. But other than that, the last thing before I get into the spread, we'll go ahead and start shuffling Lenormand. We've been missing a lot of blue energy recently. If you've seen it, for any returning visitors, we had a reading where there was like no blue at all. No, not even in like the tarot. It was like so funny. But it was interesting. I think I came out here and I was like, I realized what I was dressed like when I put the camera up. And I was like, oh shit, I'm like all in, almost down to my shoes, which you can't see, but I'm like all in blue. So that was like my subconscious is like challenging the blue energy, my Aries energy plus my subconscious is like, come on. Plus my Capricorn, that would be my moon, so it's more subconscious. It's definitely challenging the blue energy. It's like show up, which is funny. I didn't even realize, but this is the first card that we see. So it actually is blue energy, but it's in sadness. We're gonna clear that, I promise you. So let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see. We got the lilies at the bottom. We're gonna start with one card from the Lenormand to see if this is like a reading for you, just to get a general overall before we get into the spread, to get you some clarity. So let's see, I've got a bunch of crap on my seat. The scarf is what I usually put my cards on, so I don't know what's gonna happen with this. They're gonna go flying everywhere. The seat's really not made to be holding paper. It's really is this leather? Oh, I can't. It's not leather. It's like fake leather. Either ways, let's see. From the Lenormand, fake leather. I don't even know. 2 cards flew out, but oh, that's funny. Number 19. Literally what we were just talking about. But then also number 13. I don't know if we're taking both, but I guess we are. And this is number 19 in the tarot, the sun. What the freak? That's funny. But the number 19, I guess it represents growth. So if we're going to take the child, we'll go ahead and take that message where maybe you've been dealing with some growth process, but dealing with like some, with the tower restructuring, the sun coming up there was more sun energy. So growth, more life, more vitality, some new growth in something. Which is funny, if you saw the community post I posted on this date, on the 19th, there's like a plant that I have that finally sprouted. So there's some sprouting energy, possibly. The tower talks about like the growth of a building too, maybe like the if it talks about tearing down sometimes, this is more talking about the building up. So this is like something maybe building up. The Knight of Swords came out earlier. This is so the Knight of Swords is here. It came out earlier when I was pulling cards to see. And this is a 6 of Swords, so a lot of swords, a lot of air, a lot of mind energy you've been using, growth in your mind, a lot of changes maybe going on in your mind, changes of how you think, changes how you speak, changes how you process. But taking flight, definitely, I feel. and growing. So you've been growing for sure. I'm thinking Goodbye from Jaguar 2 by Victoria Monet. She talks about not being able to get used to changes, so something about changing, but like still feeling like with a 6, it's still feeling like maybe nostalgic about, because the 6 is almost like the middle. It's like, do I go forward, do I go back? It's processing a lot of that, trying to find balance. But either ways, why am I still holding Lenormand? I don't need this. I'm just kidding. I love you. Thank you, Lenormand, for your message. Let's see. I don't know where to put this now. I'm gonna put you here. All right. So let's move forward. Now we have the Prism Oracle. Satin is still at the bottom. Not the blue energy we were looking for. Spirit. Let's. This is nice energy, but it's not blue. But it's okay. Happiness. That's better. I told you. I promise we'll clear this. I promise. There is creativity as well. So let's see. What's the vibe? What's the vibe we talked about? I didn't explain this. It's basically like less toned down, not less spiritual. There's still spiritual message, but it's more so like what's literally going on. Are you eating something? Are you watching TV? What's going on in your? Is there gossip? Is there, just something more like that, a little bit more toned down, I guess. But magic at the bottom, I do love that. That's my favorite. I think that's my favorite card, if not success, but that's a little biased. Either ways. Spirit, what's the vibe for the collected? And we got 3 flying out. Trust is nice for blue, but we have anger, so let's ask for just 1 card initially, please, Spirit. I was thinking about pulling out the whole spread, but I wasn't sure if I want to do this reading or not. So I'll just go ahead. Maybe I will. The first card, confidence. Okay, so maybe Spirit's saying that we could be confident with that idea. I'll go ahead and do that. That's a black card, leaving the space for something. I'll go ahead and roll the spread, since I guess that's what Spirit is telling me for this. We get started with confidence, and success flies, but it wants to fly back to the bottom, so go ahead and hide away success. I'm wide awake. Who's that? Katy Perry. That's not what I meant. But isolation is what? Oh, confidence and isolation. That's an interesting energy next to each other. Okay. That's the vibe. That sounds like hermit energy, first off, with confidence coming out as well. Boy, not all the cards falling. Abundance fell, though, so some type of abundance coming towards you. And black and gray is interesting because gray is like in between black and white, and usually that means like that's the in-between color, and green and yellow are sort of like in between the spectrum of the like red and blue, like the color spectrum. So green and yellow are like in between. So green and yellow are like almost the equivalent to like the gray of like black and white. You know what I mean? So can you even? Brightness is so high on that. It's like what the freak. So green and gray are like equivalent because they're like the middle colors almost. So it's interesting that green was what came out, and we still have black underneath. So black and green, an interesting energy right now. So, but gray and green, black, gray, white. Dealing with the extremes and then trying to balance it out is what it feels like the opposite ends, and trying to balance it out. The general vibe maybe. So I mean, like maybe trying to be like the mediator in like some sort of argument between 2 people or more people, trying to, and if growth and change is trying to be like the, and even like mediator for yourself, like trying to grow, but then trying to be like, I want to still have these childish attributes, but being like, I still want to be like an adult in this way, but like something like that. Like, I don't know. What the flip side? Rejection. What the flip side? Confidence coming out next to isolation and rejection is just really interesting for a general vibe. It's okay, because Tarot will let us know what she's about, but underneath ideation, they're almost like the same color. I think they're orange cards, but don't ask me anymore. This deck is crazy. I'm just kidding. The deck is just interesting with its colors, I should say. But rejection. We're in Mercury retrograde still, and thank you so much to Mercury. Is it Virgo Empress 1111? Thank you so much for telling me. Mercury retrograde it started the 12th of December, and we're on the 19th, so we're already a week into it. So maybe dealing with exes, when this X shows up, dealing with past situations currently. Block them exes, mute them. I'm just kidding. Don't mute and block them. For the people, I'll get into this more, but it's like the X marks the spot for me. It's like the first thing I was like pirates and treasure. So it's like if you go, you can go digging for treasure. Pirates, like I love the hunting, and it's Sagittarius season. I love the hunting aspect of it. So like you can go hunting for it, you can go digging for treasure, but if you dig down and there's nothing there, if there's no layers, if there's nothing that is of value to you, you know, that as a pirate would figure out if something is of value. If there's nothing of value to you, go ahead, mute that X, block them, mute them. They are doing nothing for you. They're doing nothing for you, and with much respect. But if you do find value, go ahead and dig into it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta pull up the whole spread. Otherwise, I'll be talking forever. And that's not what I feel. Success is still flying out, but with illumination. And those are definitely both orange cards. You're not lying to me there. So there's an energy of lying. Like, what X is lying to you, or what person is lying to you? There's an energy of lying. Just because I keep talking about this deck is lying, and I don't know why. But there's also like throughout the word crazy, so someone could be using the word crazy, but I don't know who or why. And all the letters here are different: confidence, isolation, rejection. So there's no repeating letters. So there's nothing. There's a lot of mixed messages here, but then also just a lot of different messages. Just one card, please, Spirit. Two cards fly out to explain what. What would we like to specifically explain? I see faith, and the colors are so different. Faith. So coming full circle. Having to have faith, having to have sight but no sight. It's coming under confidence too. So having to have the confidence to have faith, having to have the confidence to believe in something without being able to see it. So maybe if there is something you find value in, having to believe in that before you can even see it. Isolation, maybe doing this on your own. And interesting, because we talked about those dots in the last reading, and they're all over the reading now, with faith and confidence. All these dots. I didn't show it long enough. Sorry. All the dots that you can see in the background. So these dots are in the background. So yeah, maybe some of these people are in the background, like they're not even important whatsoever. Or they're just in the background, you're more the forefront. This is giving main character energy. Like you should make yourself the main character of your life, be the most important thing to you. You should be the skyscraper of your city, of your own city, you know, like really just stand out for yourself. But yeah, these dots are even in this lens, so in confidence, they're in your lenses. They're in your perspective, they're in your sight. Maybe you're looking at them, you're focusing on them. In the current energy, maybe focusing on some X's. But these dots are all over the reading I talk about sometimes, and this is the single dot right here. If it would show it, hopefully you can see that. So this is one dot. What the freak? It's just one. Just one. So maybe just maybe trying to get over just this one X, or maybe trying to find the value in just this one person or this one thing. But the faith here, the dots are in the background, but these dots are bigger though. You see these dots here? They're bigger and they're open, so it's like something you're open to. Because this dot is closed, so it's like maybe you're closed off a little bit in this energy as well. But with this faith, like it's maybe externally you're closed off, but with this faith internally, you could be like believing in it, being open to something. I don't know. And this confidence here, these dots are not. Like these big dots are yours; they're open, but they're only open to these dots that are closed. You're just looking at these cycles that are closed off. See, even like externally you're looking at something that's closed off. But internally, it's like with this faith, like you're letting something and this is that circling energy. You're letting something circle your mind, your subconscious. Even you're like you're believing in something. I don't know what that is, but it's funny because I have not pulled out all the cards yet. Abundance is still coming out. Yeah, whatever you're open to, it could bring you abundance. Cause look at these open circles. Having the faith to have that abundance come through for you. Let's keep pulling the last two cards out to see what the whole spread says. What's next in this vibe? Oh my gosh, not two cards, not three, and more of that caution and energy and passion. Caution, energy, and passion. They're the first three colors. So it's like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, like the earlier colors, earlier parts of the thing. So it's like passion, energy are red, so it's like that initial, like you can have that passion, that spark, but that caution is telling you to reach to like a wiser part of you, reach to this faith, to this Pisces energy, that of that really mature color, reach to that faith to really pull this through. Because yellow is caution, and purple is that faith. So they're opposite energies. So to oppose this, to really combat this, to really fight this at an equal match, use your faith, use your inner sight rather than your outer sight. Your outer sight, you are out of sight right now, whatever that means. You are out of sight. That's more of a confidence booster, but that's true. I think some people think you're pretty out of sight. That's why you have so many exes vying for your attention, or not exes, but just past situations too. Because it cannot be. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can just be like people that you have, built stories with, communicated, connected with. Either ways, magic is at the bottom. Yeah, reach to that purple energy. Use your energy. Beyonce coming through again. Me not finishing and pulling out the cards again. And still no blue energy. What the flip? Disruption. Coming under isolation. So maybe something disrupting your isolation. Something moving you in a new direction. This almost feels like if we're talking about growth, this isolation could feel like the seed we're talking about. Because it's like that one little dot in this like almost dark space. It's almost dark, but it's still pretty bright because it's not black, but it's not white. It's in that middle, so it's like coming to light, coming to that growth. It's just sprouting out almost, right? But then here's this disruption, this pink energy, which I don't know what that's about. But look at that, even underneath green, it matches that. Like you see how it's flying upwards, going upwards. So something is disrupting. I feel like something is disrupting a really sad energy, and that's good because something is like. It's like where you're in the darkness, you're moving now into like a brighter, lighter energy. So disruption usually gives me like a vibe, but this is a better vibe. This is more like your life is flat, not that word. It's like your life is plateau. Yeah, plateauing. It's almost like it's feeling real like ugh. But then all of a sudden something like spikes that and makes it more enjoyable. It brings you to like a better, like even like lifting chakras, elevating energy levels. It brings you to a higher, better level of energy. And underneath the movement was success. This card does not want to stay put, and I'm okay with it. And I'm okay with it. So what's the last card in the spread, Spirit? Don't make me laugh. I was literally about to say success. That's freaky. And it's funny, but I'll take it. And blue and orange, I can't remember what they are, and I don't want to think about it now. They could be opposite, because red, green, orange, blue, yeah, they're opposite, because red and orange, and then green and blue, yeah. So red, and that's the blue energy that didn't come out in the spread. Guys, no blue energy in the spread. I'm gonna laugh 3 times all over. I'm laughing. I'm rolling in my laughing grave. Because this is the blue energy, but it comes underneath the deck. And yeah, there's no more. After that, just purple, some whack yellow, or is that yellow? Yeah, okay, yeah, no more blue. Not even at the top. Nope. This is, you can't even see blue for miles. Just this one card. You see that? There's no blue. Azul as no. I'm so confused. Why there's no blue? But it comes with flow, so maybe there's just some ups and downs. But success means that like those ups and downs, if you see these little waves, I don't know, this is like maybe the journey this is the path you've been looking for, because this one is like a nice one. This one's bringing you to success. It's bringing you to that sun energy of 19. It's bringing you to fulfillment. It's bringing you to that other side of the rainbow. And I'm just freaky crazy laughing because I'm like looking at the deck and seeing how success wouldn't stay put, and I'm like, don't let that be the card that comes out. Don't let it be. Let it be by Labyrinth. Very good song. Put your money where your mouth is, something like that. And the next card is Lay My Cards. That's funny. I said I was gonna pull out the whole spread so I could look at it, and all the colors are here, and there's no blue, and they're all over the place. There's a lot of messages here for the vibe. I just feel like I don't know what song that is. Sounds like Amazing World of Gumball. Faith. So you're very confident right now, but you're dealing with some isolation, which is nice. Maybe you're just like, and confidence is even dark. It's in that black space where like spirit's leaving a space for you, for like to grow. It's like letting you grow your confidence, letting you grow something, letting you reframe your vision, even with those glasses, about how you see yourself, how you see the world around you, to really grow yourself in a new area. But isolation and rejection, it's like maybe isolating you from being rejected from certain things, or like maybe isolating you because if you are in this black and gray energy, I can only imagine that you are in a dark, not in a darkness, but like in a winter, in like a necessary darkness, or like I want to say darkness, but I don't want that connotation on it. Like darkness is a very beautiful thing, but it can have a negative connotation. But this is good. This is because we were talking about even that green energy. Like this dark energy is for the purpose of growth. It's for the intention of growth. So it's very nice. Like even think of winter, we have to have those seasons in between so that we can just balance things out. There's more to that I can't think of, but it's nice to have that balance. And so we were just in like maybe like even like a wintry stage. Which while I'm filming this is December, so this is like a wintry stage for sure. But even the cards are showing that where you're just isolating. And like I was saying, if those are in black and white, it's like this red energy is in color. So this red energy is almost not with the same flow as the energy. It's almost in a different flow. Even like think red and blue, completely opposite. They're complementary, so they look good together. But this feels more of like a glitter, all that glitters and gold type of looks good. It feels like this is almost like just a topping. Like this is not like the depth of the full thing. So it's like these things, whatever. Like well, it feels half and half, where it could be something that could complement you, but just what I'm feeling right now off the bat, it's like it's much better for you to isolate from the things that don't have depth, that don't feed you, that don't have nutrients towards your growth, because if you were to sort of give way to these things, they would only take from you, and they would hinder your growth process. But some things are giving to you, our growth are conducive to good growth. So it's good to just like sort of to use those spiritual glasses, use them not even with the dark, use those night vision glasses, and these almost look like moons. So like using maybe your emotions to feel things, to really suss out the vibe of what's going on, to really understand like is this worth giving way to, like will this be good for my growth, because you're isolating, but it feels very much so like like black and gray here, but only a little bit. Everything else is like colorful, so it's like there's still good things in the energy. It's just with you, it shows me initially from the root of the whole spread, you're the thing that's really like in the black and white or black and gray. You're going to light. It moves from black to gray, so you're moving to a brighter energy, but you just want to make sure that you are and with black, filling your space, not filling your space, but leaving your space open for good things with that black energy, which I like. That's what the color black is, what it means. It's like the absence is what people would say a lot, but that's good because absence, the balance of that is that it leaves it open. Like if you had a bowl full of dirt and you were trying to fill it with food, you can't do that because it's filled with dirt. So you're going to be eating food and dirt. But if the but if the bowl is empty, if there's space, if it's open, you're allowing to yourself to put food in there so that you can eat it from a clean space, which is nice. So it's really cool. Absent. So you might be absent from some groups, some friendships, some stories right now. You might not be the main character in some other stories, but you're the main character in your own for the very least, and that's okay. I'm getting a call right now. I'm getting a call right now, but it's still recording. I'm gonna uh, mm, I'm gonna do a part 2. Stay tuned.